Hello everybody, welcome to my programming tutorial. In this video I'll be teaching you the basics of Microsoft Visual C Sharp. So open Microsoft Visual Studio 6.0 or later. In this case I have Microsoft Visual Studio 2003. So just select File and then New and New Project. Here you can name your app and choose which language you want to write it in. I'll name my app My Application. And I'll select which language. You can do it in C++, Visual C Sharp, Visual Basic, but I recommend doing it in Visual C Sharp. So this is your review editor. You're gonna see this blank app. This will be your UI, your user interface. You can modify this as you please. You can change the size, you can change its properties. You can see whatever size you select, this will be the default launch size, and you set it to fix. So here you can rename the application's title, so you can change the title here. I'm going to set it to application, and this drop down menu allows you to change how the app behaves, the controls. So you can have a fixed 3D, fixed single, sizable tool. I'll set it back to sizable now, and I'll show you other objects you have. Here you can change the form name, which is how you reference it, and here you can change the icon. I do not have an icon right now, so I won't set anything. And this is your toolbox. So here you have a lot of components. Some applications can add more components to your toolbox, but this is the default one. So I'm gonna add a label. You can double click it and it will add a label to your form, and you can change where it is, how the size, and for a label you can change the default text. And I'm thinking of creating a clock app, so I'll just put a bunch of zeros and I'll change the size. Also make sure to change you can change how you reference the label, but I'm gonna keep it as label 1 because it's convenient. Here you can change your alignment, and you can change the font size and font options. And here I'm gonna set font 16. Now I'm gonna add a timer. So what a timer does is it updates like each X amount of seconds. So I'm gonna set this to 1 millisecond. So every 1 millisecond a function will be carried out. So let's program it to do something. By double clicking you can, so label1.text will be equal to date time dot now dot toString. So basically what we are doing here is setting the label's text to the date or time, and the toString just formats it in whatever shape you want. So we put HHH for 24 hours and small HHH is for 12 hours. If you put a double T, it's for AM and PM notation. So I'm going to change the size of this form and I'll set it to fixed tool. Now I'm going to run it. And it should show up any minute now. Yeah, there. You can see now. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, I did not enable the timer. So you have to enable the timer here and set to true. Yeah, there. So you can see now it's showing the current time in 24 hours. If you set the small h and added the 2 t's at the end, it would be in 12 hours and then with TTT, AM or PM. So now if you notice, when I run my clock app, it's not always on top. It like goes at the back when I activate another window, and we do not want this to happen. Since this is a clock app and I want this to be always on top, so I'm going to go to public form1 and just add for1.top. No, wait, no, it's not this. It's this dot topmost is equal to true, and make sure to add the semicolon because it will cause errors. So now if you see when I run this, it's going to be always on top even if I select another window. So now I'm clicking my desktop and running my web browser. This is gonna take some time. There. So as you see, it's still on top even though another application is running. So this is not the only thing I'll be teaching you in this tutorial. Obviously I'll teach you some other functionality and you're gonna get an idea of how Visual C# works. So we're gonna go back here, and let's say we want to add a button that shows us what we wrote in a text box in a dialog. So I'm gonna add a button and a input field. So this is the input field. Let's put it, let's size it, and I think this is centered, I think. Okay, and we're gonna add a button. Oh, there is a button. So now we're gonna change the values of these, like the labels and stuff. So I'm gonna keep the text box blank so it doesn't have a default value, and yeah, that's it. And I'll change the label for the button to be show message, show MSG, because it's too small to show message. Okay, now double click the button and you can now give it some code. So we're gonna set message box dot show open parentheses, and we're gonna write textbox1 dot text and close the parentheses and put a semicolon. I think I capitalized the reference wrong. Yes, it's a capital B. So this should be it. So yeah. Oh wait, this button is not centered. Hold on. There. No, that's too much. There. Okay. So let's run this. And now whatever I type in this will show up as a dialog when I press this button. I can type anything and it will just show up in the button. Now this obviously has other uses other than this. This is just a demonstration. So now let's give it a more, not the label, but let's add another form of functionality, which is file handling. So let's add a picture box, because you can add pictures obviously. Let me select my pointer again, and let's just give this a nice place, and let's get a nice picture. So I'm gonna go to my web browser and let's get a picture of a cat. So I'm gonna type cat picture. Let's see the images. This is a nice one. What is it? No, I want to save the picture. Okay, I'll just right click and press save to my device. There. So I'll save it as cat.jpg. I'll press save and it's done. So now I'll go to Visual Studio again, select the picture box and then just change the value. Um, oh, it's okay. I was setting the form. So we're gonna press this and then just select cat. Just press save, and you're gonna see the cat is there. I'll just resize this so you can see it better. I think this is too big. Okay. You can here change the style of the photo. You can give it a border, I guess. I like this one. They are both really good, but I think fixed 3D looks nice. Also, you have these anchor stuff, which is if you are using a sizable window, but we are using fixed, so this is not really necessary. You can also change the cursor style when hovering over something. You can have like one of these many things. You can also change these programmatically, obviously, but you can also give it a default value, I guess. Now I'm gonna add a button and an open file dialog. So what this will do is when you press the button, it will open the open file dialog, and once you select an image in the open file dialog, it will load that image in your picture box. So we're gonna now get an open file dialog there. Now we're gonna double click rename the button first. So load image, and then we're gonna also double click the button first to show the dialog, obviously. I'm gonna remove the previous code because it will cause errors if we don't. So we're gonna say what is this now? Open file dialog 1. Okay. Open file dialog 1 dot show dialog. Just close the parentheses, and that's it. And now here we're gonna just picture box 1 dot image is equal to open file dialog 1 dot open file, and just close the parentheses, close the line and close parentheses. If we run this, I think you aren't supposed to use open file as a method, or even, actually I'm not sure. Image handling is a bit quirky because they keep changing it every .NET version. I think it's supposed to be .set. Actually no, this is entirely wrong. I was thinking of another programming language. I think it's correct. .image, and then I think it's image location. Yeah, I think it's image location. Image location, and then equals to open file dialog dot file name, not open file. That's a different thing. Dot file name, and then just close it. And I think that should be. Oh, okay, it's wrong again. Just dot image. I think it's just dot image. Yeah, I think it's just dot image. I was right the first time. And then this should be. This is correct. You just have to create a file out of it. So image dot from file, and then just close the bracket, and this should be correct now. Oh, I did the reference wrong. It's not open file dialog. It's supposed to be open file dialog dot 1. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So now you have a default image, and then when you press this, you can another you can see the image that is being loaded. Hold on, we're gonna get a new image from our web browser, and we're gonna look for dog cats, this dog picture system. This one looks nice. I'll just save it. There, okay. Let's save it as dog.jpg. It's done. Close the browser and press load image, dog, and there it loads. I'm gonna add one more feature to this, and that is every time you select an object, I want it to not select an object. Every time you select an image, it's gonna print a message. So message box dot show, close parentheses and quotation mark, and close the line. And I'm gonna say image set successfully. Let's move that to after loading the image and not before. There. Now we should run this. Load image. Dog image set successfully. Cat image set successfully. So this concludes the beginner's tutorial. So you learned how to make your own app, and you learned how to write some code in C#. Now this wasn't any high level C#, this was just basic C#. So I'll close Visual Studio and I'll log off for the day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.